Hi, I'm Mr. Bloom. I'm one of the owners here at the Cycle Works in Wrightsville. We're a bicycle shop. We both sell and repair bicycles. And inside of the shop here, we also have a little coffee shop where we serve specialty coffee drinks.
How do you as a business owner use math to run a sale?
Well, math is important when I'm running a sale because I have to make sure that I take the right amount of money from my customer and give them the right amount of change. So I can figure that out by my menu board. You can see I have all the prices listed here. So when someone orders a drink, I look at how much it costs and I add all the drinks together and come up with the total. So the most popular thing that people order is a latte, which is $3, and they usually like to put a flavoring syrup in it. Right now I have a coconut mocha, and that's an extra 50 cents. So they would owe me $3.50. And a lot of people would pay with a $5 bill, so then I would have to subtract $3.50 from $5, and I'd give them $1.50 in change.
So tell us a little bit about how you use something as simple as volume in your everyday work here at the coffee shop.
Okay, well when I put together that favorite drink, the latte, I know I'm using a 12-ounce cup, and I know that I need 2 ounces of espresso, and believe it or not, I use 1.5 ounces of syrup to go into a flavored latte. And then I need 8 ounces of milk, and I've got little measurement lines in there so I can fill it up just to where I need to. And the 8 ounces of milk plus the 2 ounces of espresso is 10 ounces. An ounce and a half of syrup is 11.5 ounces. And then when I froth the milk, the volume actually grows and I'm able to fill the cup. It's the same amount of milk, but it's a greater volume because there's little tiny air bubbles in it when I steam it. So I need to use those measurements in order to have a full latte at the end.
Today we're building wheels. That's one of the tasks we do here sometimes. And to do that, we start with a hub and a rim. We need to measure the diameter of the hub and the diameter of the rim, and that will let us measure the correct length for the spokes to build the wheel. So in a lot of what we do here, we think about shapes and how they're going to work together. For instance, when we're setting someone up with a bike, we're looking at the shapes of these triangles, not just the shape of them, but the size. So the size of the frame is important when we match somebody to a bike. We wouldn't want somebody who's very tall getting on a bike with very small triangles to it, right? It'd be a very small frame and they would be uncomfortable, and vice versa. If the triangles are too big and you can't stand over them, you won't be able to ride it safely. Obviously, we have circles here too that we look at, and the wheel size, these are obviously the wheels of the bike. The wheel size is also important to think about when we match somebody up with a bike. We wouldn't want somebody very tall on a bike with very little wheels, and vice versa, because they wouldn't be able to ride it comfortably. When somebody comes in and asks to be measured for a bike, we go through a series of measurements of their body, and those measurements will tell us what's an appropriately sized bike and frame for that rider. And we do 4 measurements. One of them is foot length, one of them is leg length, the third is your body or torso length, and the last one is arm length. We measure a rider's arm length because we need to know how long the bike needs to be so that they can still reach the controls, the brakes and the shifters. If we put them on the bike that's too long for their arm length, then they won't be able to properly grab the brake or shift the controls.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about how Cycle Works and your coffee shop kind of came into existence.
Yeah, so my partner Andy and I often would just brew a pot of coffee here in the shop for ourselves as we were working, and often customers would come in and hang out and socialize. We would offer them a cup of coffee, and then when we moved into this building, we had a little bit extra space, and we thought, oh, why don't we just like make it official and give customers a reason to hang out. And also it gives us an opportunity to kind of open our doors to the community and bring in people who might have been curious about the shop, but wouldn't have come in for bicycles, but they might come in for a cup of coffee. So it kind of allows us to reach out to the community in different ways.
And now we drink really good coffee.